Hello YouTube. So this is Striker Thunder. So I wanted to go into a bit of more detail on the deck profile as compared to like the short that I did like a week ago, I think. So I wanted to talk about some of the card choices and some of the reasons that we play these cards. So starting off with the Thunder package, you play a full line of just Thunder monsters. The 3 Roar, 1 Hawk, 3 OG, 3 Dark. I think if you really wanted to, you probably could just play like 3 OG, I don't know, 3 Dark, uh, 3 Roar. I think you could just get away with playing like just these, or honestly, just like 6 if you wanted to. The reason that we play more is because I think it's more fun, I guess, to play a big air engine, and I do think it makes the Thunder Dragon engine better when you play more. So moving on, we also play 1 Ray and 2 Matrix. The reason that we only play 1 Ray is because very specifically we want to have a target if you end up popping Area 0. If you don't, that's like fine. It's just another, extender. You can like use it to search your cards. Um, but yeah, I think 1 Ray is fine. It's a little bit of an engine requirement, but at the same time, it's just kind of it's an extender. Um, it's a lot of things. It's kind of great. Um, 2 Matrix. This is a card you definitely could take out if you really wanted to. It's again another one of those cards where it's just nice to have because it's like um, it makes the Thunder Dragon engine bigger. Oh yeah, another thing with Ray that's nice is a dark monster, which matters a lot because we are playing a lure. So we only actually technically have 6 targets for a lure, but we having the 7th kind of matters a little bit. Like you can search it off of engage, you can yeah, draw into it a little, I guess. So it just means that you have another potential target for Allure. Allure is really powerful in this deck. It does really suck sometimes because you do only have 7 dark monsters. However, the main reason that I kind of chose to play it is just because I think it's a really fun card. Like when you're able to whenever you have hands that can play with Allure, your hand is just gonna pop off and it's gonna be really fun. So just honestly, it's one of those cards that probably isn't the best card to play in this deck, but it's a really fun card to play in this deck. After that, we play 1 Instant Fusion, just to help get your Thunder monsters out. Specifically Titan, it helps you kind of make some. You can make some really interesting plays with like Instant Fusion and Roar to get to Titan and then to get to Colossus, especially in this deck. 3 Foolish Burial Goods. I haven't fully decided on if this card will be played or not. This was a recent addition, and the reason that I included it is because being able to automatically put 2 spells in the graveyard is awesome for the Striker engine. In addition to that, it is basically just having like 3 more upstarts, which is really good in Striker. In addition to that, I guess the only reason that you don't really want to play this engine, I'm going to skip through a couple of cards here. You don't want to play Malifaux's Fusion. This card sucks. I have gone back and forth on whether or not I want to play this engine just because Malifaux's Fusion sucks to draw. Mainly the reason that I have been okay with playing it so far is that you do so much drawing in this deck that you should have a way to, if you can set it, you can just get into the graveyard. You have Area 0, you have, heck, if it's like discarded through Allure, that's pretty funny and fine. And I do think that you might have another outlet. I might be wrong. But yeah, at the end of the day, you have at the very least 3 different ways of getting it into the graveyard. 6 with goods, so hopefully you should be able to, I guess you have like, what? That's 6 different ways to discard it. So yeah. We also play Engage, of course. This is like the most powerful card in the deck. Being able to search a Sky Striker spell and then draw one is really powerful. I'm going to explain why we play this specific engine later and how this deck functions with set back row and that kind of stuff. So after that we play 3 Ready Fusion, again for Kaminari attack. The fusion spells are really strong, particularly because it just gets another spell in the graveyard. It sets you up with your Thunder Dragon plays. All around, they're just awesome spells. Then 3 Upstart. It is a 44 card deck. However, Upstart is incredible in any striker deck because it's just one more spell in the graveyard. Just draw. It's just awesome. Now, Foolish Fusion, we've kind of talked about it. Sucked. Might not play the Foolish Burial engine, but I'm testing it out for now. We'll see what happens. Terraforming to get to either Area 0 or Chicken Game. Yeah, this card is just really strong. Gold Sarcophagus, Thunder Dragon deck, puts another spell in the graveyard. Absolutely incredible card. Thunder Dragon Fusion, this is actually another card you can send off Foolish Burial Goods, which is really funny and really cool. It's just follow up for the next turn, essentially. Another thing that I have that I didn't mention that I should probably mention now is that Foolish Burial Goods is good for other reasons. It's not just good for Malphose Fusion. It is actually good for setting up your Thunder Dragon plays, but it's also good for setting up your Striker plays. Being able to send an Engage and then add it back. If you have like Hornet Drones in your hand, being able to add back an Afterburners, anything like that is just really strong. It's just like three more copies of like any Sky Striker spell as long as you have like an Engage or Hornet Drones in your hand. So next off we have an Afterburners, breaking boards. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think this is one of the cards, if you do go second, you can actually, it's another way to get rid of Malphose Fusion, which is kind of funny. 3 copies of Shark Cannon. I wanted to max out on the spells that interrupt your opponent, and I think Shark Cannon is one of those cards. So that's just kind of why we played at 3. I wanted to have as many back row as possible in this deck. 1 Hornet Drones just because it's incredibly powerful. 2 tokens, which means that you set up your Thunder Dragon plays very quickly. Very nice card. 3 Widow Anchor, of course. This, just stealing your opponent's monsters. Awesome card. 2 Area 0. Not really a searcher, but like adds Sky Striker spells from your deck to your hand. Play 2 because I kind of wanted to play 3 for a while, but I think 3 bricks too often, whereas 2 you see it sometimes, but you see it not all the time. And it is a little bit searchable with terraforming, so it's really nice. Chicken Game as well. This card is just another draw engine, honestly. Another draw engine, and you can also activate Area 0 after you activate Chicken Game to just not let your opponent draw cards, which is, really funny and nice. That's the main deck. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Outside of Goods and Malphose Fusion specifically, I think this list kind of rocks. It's really fun. Is it good? Probably not. Is it fun? Yeah, it's really fun when it goes, when you can do stuff. After that, we play 1 Titan. I think 1 is enough for this deck, honestly. As long as you manage your resources well enough with this deck, 1 is fine. 2 Colossus. It's another one of those cards where 2 is fine, I think. 2 Kaminari attack. I was playing 1 for a while, but I decided to cut down one of the cards. I was playing like the Link 4 like light and dark monster that special summon, like you banish it to pop a card or bring back a light or dark monster from your graveyard. I decided to play a second Kaminari attack for 2 reasons. We play so many fusion spells that like if you draw a second one, it's just a dead card in your hand. So I didn't want that, but I do actually think the fusion spells are really powerful, setting up a spawn graveyard in addition to being able to combo off with your thunder monsters is really powerful. So I wanted to play another. I wanted to have another way to I guess I didn't want to have to recycle them every turn with Colossus because you can't do it with Titan. One Underworld Goddess, it's just literally just for taking opponent's monsters. One Zeraboros. This card is really funny. I really like this card a lot because you just link your monsters into Zeraboros, and then you can be like Shark Cannon, steal their monster, banish everything on the field. I think that's really funny, honestly. I do like this card a lot. It's banishing. This is a banishing deck, so it's gonna gain absurd amounts um, of attack points, and it's just a really cool card. Is it that good? Probably not, but it's fun. One access code talker, closing out games, of course. Yeah. Dark, getting to access code talker or Zeraboros or whatever. Just another closing out games card. Two Little Knight. One is for specifically for removal, and one is for a combo. I'll tell you about that in a minute. One Moon of the Closed Heaven. I believe this is for a combo too. And then three Skystriker Links. Originally, we were just playing Kagari, but I think sometimes you end up in a situation where you actually need a second effect monster to go into like SP Little Knight or the Closed Moon for combos. So like in the Hornet Drone's token is not an effect monster. So that's why we play three. Originally we were just playing two, I think, like Kagari and Hayate. We started off playing one, and then I decided let's bump it up to two. I thought Hayate was the better one because it lets you essentially search during your turn. And then I decided that I do want to play Shizuku as well, because if you Kagari, had back Hornet Drones and then play Hornet Drones, you have to link Kagari off for Hayate, and you need another effect monster, so you have to have Shizuku. Shizuku is also just really powerful for, in I guess hands that you don't draw your Thunder monsters to, set up some Thunder Striker plays. It doesn't happen very often, but it's nice to have. I did talk about a combo a minute ago, I think, so I want to explain just something, one of the combos, I guess. So this whole deck is built around one essential interaction, let's say. The whole deck is built around two interactions, actually. Roar with Hornet Drones and Dark with Hornet Drones. Hornet Drones, very strong card in this deck. So a while ago I was watching a video and it was talking about it was Sketchwrecker Thunder, but it was played very differently. You had like 3 melody. This was 2019, so obviously it was played very differently. But I thought about that and I was like, I do like this deck a lot, but I want to play it more, control based, I guess. And so how are we going to do that? Well, Hornet Drones is a really powerful card in this deck, giving you 2 tokens. So that's really powerful. But if you have 2 monsters on the field, if you have 1 monster in your main monster zone, you can't activate Skystriker spells. So the whole issue that I was solving when deck building this deck was, how do you create a combo where you can end on Colossus and the EMZ and 2 or more setback row, where they can't activate their effects. So that's the whole point of this deck. It was basically just a mental exercise. So this is the combo that I came up with. Hornet Drones, Kagari, add back Hornet Drones again. Now you have 2 monsters on the board. You are going to tribute your Kagari to summon your Roar. You are going to link both of those 2 the token as well as Roar, to summon Closed Moon. This is where the Closed Moon card comes in. Once you link into your Closed Moon, you're going to have your Roar summon your Dark from your deck. Then you're going to link away your Closed Moon and your Dark to summon out SP Little Knight. We're going to trigger the effect of Dark. Dark is going to summon Hawk. We're going to use SP Little Knight's effect to banish itself from the EMZ. Then you're going to activate Hawk to discard itself to summon back your Roar or Dark, whichever one is banished. I actually don't think either of them are banished. Just whichever one you want. So you're going to summon one of them back, and then you are going to, because you activated a Thunder Monster's effect, you contribute either whichever one you summon back to summon Colossus. Colossus is now in the EMZ. That is why Closed Moon is important. Conversely, you have to have a combo where you just do Dark and Hornet Drones. So very similar combo. Hornet Drones, summon a token. Kagari, add back Hornet Drones. Hornet Drones again. Normal summon Dark using your Kagari, attributing the Kagari. Link both into SP Little Knight, banish itself. Dark search Hawk, and then you Hawk summon back Dark Colossus. So that is how the deck is built. Very simple interaction, very cute, but fun interaction. Yeah, that's I guess. Should I say this? This deck is not. I don't think it's that good whatsoever. I'm not gonna lie. The thing that I will say about this deck is I really do like the interactions it has with its cards. I think it is a very, very fun deck that is very bad, but very fun to play. It's got lots of just really niche interactions that are just really cool. For instance, you can have Titan pop Area 0, which is really funny, just to get another monster on board. You of course, I just talked about Hornet Drones and Dark and Roar, which is really funny too. You can actually use the original Thunder Dragon to search 2 of itself to just tribute over the Kagari, and then make Colossus that way. Another very funny interaction. You have just, heck, if you wanted to, you could Afterburners away your own Thunder Dragon Fusion. Thunder Dragon Fusion counts as a spell in the graveyard for your Sky Striker spells, but it also counts as follow-up for your Thunder Dragon monsters. Lots of really funny interactions in this deck, and that's honestly why I like this deck so much. If you're ever, if you're like looking for a deck that you want to have fun with, but you're like, and it's really bad, that's what this deck is. Extremely bad. Very, very cute. Very, very funny. Yeah. That's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.